Welcome back to the Everything Sparkle Show. With us, we have Amanda. And Amanda, you had one of the most incredible stories I've ever heard. Tell us what happened 7 years ago to the day.
Well, it all started when I was 14, though. So I got diagnosed with endometriosis, and I had no idea what that even meant. Like, it was the word, I can barely pronounce it now.
It was a newer disease in the first place, right?
Yeah, it's not really well known by, even doctors don't really know, like, how you get it, like, what, basically anything, really. I've been all over, and a lot of doctors still don't know how to help it, or the surgeries, they still don't know, like, exactly what to do. But 7 years ago on this day, I had to have a full-on hysterectomy due to the endometriosis just growing all over my ovaries, uterus, everything. And it never stopped. Like, I had probably 13 to 14 surgeries prior to that, and now I'm at 23 surgeries because of it. So it's definitely something that, like, more women, I think, need to talk about, too.
What happened 7 years ago?
The full hysterectomy.
That was the full. And how old were you?
23 years old.
How did your parents feel about that?
My mom was heartbroken because I'm, like, the only daughter, so I have 2 older brothers, so it's kind of like I was the baby girl and wanted to give my mom, her grandchildren and stuff, so it was really hard for her. It was hard for me to watch. My dad's kind of more quiet, it was a hard time for both of them, for sure. Different.
So now that you know about it, you want to help other people dealing with this. And have you met other people close to your... I've never met anybody that had this many surgeries and this many problems or complications.
Yeah, it's... I haven't met anyone close to me that's had that many surgeries, but I do have close friends that have had it, and one of my friends also had to have a hysterectomy. I don't know if hers was by choice or if they medically had to. I can't remember, but either way, it's not a fun thing to, like, have to decide, if you have to do it or not, but... More and more, there's women starting to talk about it, and, like, girls my age. We normally don't get it, though, till you're, like, 20-something, and mine was 13,
so you were a rare case.
Yeah. Even doctors, they're just, and, like, my medical, it's like a stack, like, this huge. I'm like, here you go, like, good luck.
So explain what you were explaining to me about it growing, and that's why you had to keep having the surgeries.
Yeah, because they said at first, because they really didn't know, they said at first, like, it would stop after surgeries. And then they put me at 14 years old in full-on menopause with the Lupron shot. So I was in full-blown menopause for 6 months at 14 years old. So my brothers, my dad, like, my mom, like, wanted to run out of the house, basically, because I was crazy.
Being a teenager, one, and then I've never even heard of such a thing. So you already kind of knew that you were going to have children.
Yeah, because at 19 years old, I actually got diagnosed with cervical cancer. And it was due to all the surgeries and the endometriosis and all of that. So once that kind of happened, I kind of
Did you go through radiation?
No, it was surgeries for that too. So they just had to go in and, like, cut it out. So for both endometriosis and the cervical, it's not chemotherapy, radiation. It's just straight surgery.
So when you say it was growing inside you, explain that.
So it grows, like, all over.
So what is it? Is it like a tumor? What do you mean it grows? What is endometriosis?
It's a disease, but it's like I can barely still explain it. It's tissues that grow on the outside of your ovaries and everything, but it's not supposed to be there. Like,
it's on the outside of the ovary, and then it's growing upwards?
Yeah, so now that I don't have ovaries or uterus or anything, mine's starting to grow on other things. So it's just, and then
so there's no way to take it out?
They do, but it just
because they took out your ovaries, so why is it still there?
And I haven't been on estrogen since my hysterectomy, so I'm like a whole other, because I can't be on estrogen because they say that makes it grow more, but they don't really know. But I know that when I started taking estrogen, like right after the surgery I tried, and I was in the worst pain ever.
What was the point of taking estrogen? Why did they want you to do that?
Just because I'm not producing anything right now, because I'm in the full, like, I don't have ovaries, uterus, or cervix, so I need the estrogen to kind of help with a woman, just being a woman, but I can't take it, so there's days where it's a little emotional or crazy, or then I'm normal, or it's like it's a roller coaster, but I've gotten more used to it. But there's women out there need to speak up more, and doctors, there's no cure for it.
And it's Endometriosis Awareness Month, right?
Yes, it is.
So you're going to have a big party. Tell us that, and I really hope we can do this sometime.
Yes.
Tell us about the big party.
We're supposed to do a fundraiser.
Tomorrow
night.
Actually,
tomorrow, yes. We're going to do beer yoga at the Tower Theater. We're going to have a Tower yoga instructor come over and help out with that. We're gonna have games out in the parking lot at Sequoia Brewing Company in Tower. Just a whole lot, and all the donations and everything was going to go to the Endometriosis Foundation of America. So all proceeds, everything was going towards that to help out, just research and find a cure and all of that. So, yeah, but once all this Corona stuff is done, we will have that, and we'll cheers with Corona.
We will, and we're educating people right now because, I mean, I didn't know. I heard about it. I have friends that have it. I've never heard of anything to this extent in my life.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, especially doctors be like, you'll be fine after the hysterectomy, like it won't come back. And I've had probably 8 now surgeries. Like my last one was in Atlanta, Georgia. They sent me to see a specialist there. I've been to UCSF, Stanford, City of Hope, and Pasadena, and they still they just can't figure out why it keeps going.
What's the next surgery that you're scheduled to have, or that you're supposed to have if it got delayed? Or you said you're on your 24th surgery.
Yeah, I get back in pain, and it's literally until I cannot take the pain anymore, and then I have to get a surgery because once it grows. So normally I last like 6 months after a surgery, and then I have to go back in for another one because the pain is just so bad.
So what's the one that's coming up?
I'll probably go back to Georgia for it because I really like the
What are they
going to
do to
but
you?
They'll just take out what they can find again, the endometriosis. Yeah,
wow,
it's crazy. But there's no cure, so.
And there's no alternative? I mean, what does happen if you get more surgeries? Because you've already said you had the cervical cancer because of all the surgeries. So what's going to happen after this?
Just hopefully I make it through the surgeries. Hopefully I wake up. Because there's been times when my heart has stopped during the surgery just because of so many surgeries. And my body is just, I mean, I get cut open or all the MRIs.
Did you die? Your heart stopped?
It stopped, yeah. For like almost 2-3 minutes.
Did you have an experience like
no.
You didn't know you woke up and they're like you died and you're like, really?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was crazy. But so it's scary. I definitely I freak out before surgeries. But my parents go to every single one.
What do they say is what are the risks besides the normal surgery? What are the risks for this surgery?
It's just mainly your heart's not making it through it, or
because it's just going through so much.
Yeah.
Every time you have.
Yeah, because they're just cutting more out. And they want to take my spleen because it's enlarged so much. Probably due to all of this.
So it might be the next surgery is the spleen.
Yeah, might be. Yeah, and they'll just take out any endometriosis they can find. Help with scar tissue because I have a lot of that.
Oh, do you need a spleen?
I know.
I wish they had taken that on and left everything else, and that would have been nice.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So yeah, should be interesting.
Wow. So these specialists, every time you come to them, I don't know what to do for you, have this surgery. What do they think your lifespan is? What are they predicting for you?
They don't. They say it doesn't necessarily kill you, but I mean, no one's had this many. I mean, some women probably have had this many surgeries, but because my surgeries are more, it really isn't a life. It's just make it through the surgery, you don't. So it's just you never know.
Is there a support group that women can join?
I'm sure there is. I haven't necessarily. I mean, I have had to go through
start
therapy and stuff for this, but that's actually a good idea. Because I know there's women, there's so many. I posted on my Instagram actually about a little bit about my story, and I had so many DMs of girls I didn't know you had that. I just got it. I just got diagnosed, or I've had it for years. But I've had a kid, and but it was hard to even have the baby. So. Well,
I heard fibromyalgia. I've heard people have had experience where they get that prognosis because doctors don't know what else is wrong with them. Yeah. So some people, have you heard of people getting misdiagnosed from that?
Yeah. I don't think as much lately, just because it's a little bit more out there now. But at first, I got misdiagnosed when I was younger. But
what were other things they thought before they told you it's endometriosis?
Well, they thought it was my appendix, but that had gotten taken out when I was 10 years old.
Is there anything left? I guess just the spleen. We're taking that out too.
Yeah, so I'll just, if anyone wants, a kidney, spleen, I got you.
Oh my.
But yeah, so they thought it was that. I was I don't have that.
So they took that out first, the appendix?
It moved around my whole entire body, and in the doctor's hand, it burst in his hand as he took it out. So
your appendix?
Seconds away from bursting inside of my back.
It burst in his hand?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, my body's been through quite a bit.
You need a support group, and you need to write a book. I've never heard of any. I mean, this is just.
Yeah, it's been a lot, but. It's made me pretty tough, so that's a good thing about it. But
Are
Other than
people
that, I
even
don't
using you
know.
as a medical mystery? Do people ever have you? Because I mean, I think that you're almost like experimental or all the surgeries.
Yeah.
I mean, do people ever like?
UCSF, I know they wanted to. They put me in the books, I think, there. When I was so young, I didn't really understand like what they're even talking about. But now, I kind of wanted to write a book. It's kind of hard though to get it all out there. So, all of you help me maybe.
I mean, yeah, we talked about this. Yeah. This is an amazing story. Everyone always says, "Oh, my life's so interesting," and in the back of my head, I'm like, "Okay, everyone says that." This is just wow, what a journey. I mean, how was this being a teenager and just dating?
Oh, it was hard because I mean, guys didn't really know, but eventually they started to because I would be in and out. Like I've known a hospital bed like more than my own, so dating is definitely hard to, especially now not being able to have kids and just let the guys know that, or hey, I might be a little crazy sometimes. I mean, every girl or guy is, I guess, crazy, but mine's a little more because of it. So definitely it's hard. And when I was younger, I had no idea what was going on. And girls would ask me for like, because I wouldn't have periods or anything. I've had two like my whole life because of it. So that was weird. I'm like, I don't have anything for you. I'm sorry. And they would find that weird. So I'm like, ooh.
But just like the surgeries and the recovery, I mean, did it put you behind in school? Were you able to go to college? Did you get to do things you wanted to do? Or was it just you were in the hospital more than you were in bed? I mean, did you get to have a life?
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, because I try to do stuff and like and then I have to go lay down or something like that. So definitely set me back. School I missed quite a bit. I mean, surgeries I would be out for a month, maybe two, depending how like serious the surgery was and stuff, or how long I was under for, stuff like that. Recovery now for me is a little bit better. It kind of just popped back up because I'm so used to it. But at first, recovery was pretty hard, and getting out of school and stuff like that.
What's your therapy that you do? What's something that, whenever you have a tough time or a tough day, what's your coping mechanism?
I like to draw. I draw a lot. That's a lot. That's a big thing for me. I used to garden, not as much now, but drawing is a huge one.
I love that.
Yeah, so that helps. Kind of just take my mind off of it.
And you're creative. I love your hair. Like I said, I'm always so fascinated because the colors are just so perfect.
It's always different.
So you focus on other things, and that gets...
Yeah.
But you work so hard right now because I know you're kind of running the show. Your parents own Sequoia. You're working there, which they're open for takeouts.
Yes.
So go there for takeouts. That's a lot. I know it's a lot of work running a restaurant, and you do a lot of it. Do you feel fatigued, or are you kind of normal now until after a surgery?
I get fatigued, yeah, I for sure, especially lately because it's been so long since my last surgery. It's kind of getting worse and worse as it goes. But everyone I work with, and luckily I do work for my parents, so they know like my situation. So that does help, but it's definitely hard because like I'll be trying and I'm like, oh, I can't. Like I just push my body kind of too far, so I have to step back a little, which is hard for me because I feel like I'm too old. Like I feel like I'm old when that happens. I'm only 30, so. Definitely does a lot.
Can you eat and drink normal? I mean, do you get more sick than the average person? Like if you have a little too much to drink or something?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you have to always kind of watch yourself all the time, huh?
Yeah, and because me, I kind of don't. Drinking was kind of my go-to, to forget about all the stuff and like all just forget everything.
You gotta watch your liver, though. That's one of the few things you have left.
For real though, I need to watch that. We'll take that next. But I have to, my hangovers, they're really, really bad. But it's, my own fault because I start to,
so the next day you feel
so
bad.
the next day, it's so bad.
Do you try to have a good diet at least?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely will, eat the candy and stuff like that. But with endometriosis, you do have to have a certain, there are certain foods. Spicy food really doesn't help at all.
Do you work out, or do you just get too fatigued you're not really into working out?
I do. I'll just stuff at home.
Does that help you feel better?
Yeah. There's certain things though I can't, move
like
a certain
sit-ups?
way, so it'll hurt. That hurts a little bit. Planks aren't too bad, but I know sit-ups are worse. I don't think it's just probably the motion of doing that, but planks aren't too bad. But it's definitely slowed down. My work, definitely slowed it down because it hurts after a while. I'm just sore, not the normal sore. After workout, it's way worse. So. and sucks, but
So you have an Instagram. You're going to start activating your Facebook and make it more because
Yes.
I think it would be great to start a support group and really let us know. I mean, you've educated me so much on all of this, and I think it's just something we need to be aware of.
yeah,
Since
for
it's
sure.
the awareness month.
Yeah.
So keep us aware
I will.
on social media if you
I
can.
will, for sure.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you
Amanda.
for having
We're
me.
glad that you're
Thank
here.
you.
We're glad you're alive, and
Thank
you're
you.
so beautiful.
Thank you. Thanks.
Wondering